So 3 questions. Let me keep going. So you can operate a long time without profit, but you cannot survive a week without cash. You can operate actually a long time without profit, believe it or not, but you cannot survive a week without cash. Without cash. So cash is what? King. Yes, cash is king. Very good. Cash is king. No, every single business goes out of business because they run out of cash. Period. Not that very often, not that they're not getting enough customers, not that the thing is not working, not that they're not working hard, not that employees are not working hard, they're running out of cash. They can't pay the bills, they can't meet the payroll, they are done. Finished. Done. Finished. Cash. Cash is king. Understand that. So can you see how important cash flow management is? That's it. That's the name of the game. So ignorance is not a bliss. Facts don't cease to exist just because you ignore them. Facts don't cease to exist just because you ignore them. You look at a net income, you look at net profit, everything goes well. You don't look at your cash flow. I don't need to look at that. I think I'm doing well because I'm optimistic and I will always do better. Facts don't cease to exist just because you ignore them. So the number one key to long-term business success, I believe, is to avoid bad assumptions. Is to avoid what? Most entrepreneurs, they fail because they assume. Write this down. They assume. They assume when I start this business, in 30 days I'll be profitable. Okay? And I'll be making very good money within 6 months. And my marketing, I don't need marketing. I get out in the marketplace, people will love it. They assume that people love it. They assume their friends, they will tell their other friends about it. And then they'll beat a path to my door. Then I just sit there and collect cash. They're assuming that it's going to work. They assume it's going to be easy, or they underestimate how difficult it's going to be. They assume whatever product they got, whatever service they've got, they assume there's a market for it. And that's the issue. They underestimate. They haven't done enough research. Going back to The Art of War, a quote from The Art of War, a battle is won before it's ever fought. Intel, business intelligence, is to avoid bad assumptions. All my fucking money I've lost is because I assume. I assume that my product has a market. I assume that I could make it work. I assume with my ability I can push through and I can create a market and I could make it happen. I assume. And that's how I lost a lot of money. Nowadays, those assumptions I want to verify. I want to verify. How do I know there's a market? Just like, how many of you ever had this experience? Maybe not you, but you know somebody. You come up with an idea. You go talk to your friends. And you know what? I think I'm going to make this a widget. I'm going to sell this widget. What do you think? I think it's a great idea. I support you for it. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, I think people will love it. Great. Let me just mortgage my house and sink my life savings to this thing because all my friends say it's a good idea. And you make this thing and your garage is full of them and you go talk to your friends. Yes, I'm now ready to take it to market. Would you like to buy some? No. But I thought you said you support me. I thought you said it's a good idea. Well, it's a great idea, but, I'm just trying to be polite. Fuck, why didn't you tell me earlier? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Don't try to be polite. So from now on, if you have an idea, you talk to your friend and you say, I've got this idea here. I don't know if it's a good idea. And they would say to you, yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think you should do it. What do? Give me your credit card. Take the money. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to buy it. Then fuck you, right? You're not being honest with me. No. But you know what I mean, right? They're just lying to you. They're being nice. Better find out early than when you find out you sink your life savings into it. So verify. So that's why it's not accurate to ask your friend, what is the marketplace telling you? Who are your competitors? How long they've been around? What's their profit margin? How are they doing the selling? How are they doing the marketing? What are some of the issues they have? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? Why you and why now in this marketplace? What makes you different? What makes you unique? How long can you last? How much cash can you last? Can you last 1 month? Can you last 3 months? Can you last 6 months? Can you last 10 months? Not making a profit. Those are good questions to ask, yes? Tough questions. But if you ask those questions, avoid the bad assumptions. Avoid the bad assumptions. Minimize the loss. You're asking, how do you minimize loss? That's how you minimize the loss. Okay, so here's a question. It's a painful question. Listen to me. How much more money would you still have if you didn't make those bad investment or bad business decisions? Okay, how much more money, not forget making money, would you still have if you didn't make those bad investments or bad business decisions because of assumptions? For most of you, you will be like, shit, wouldn't that be nice? Just if I could avoid that. But it's a good question to ask. It's a good question to ask.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.